Hello guys, this is Dion. Today I have a French accent, and today I want to talk to you guys about bodywork and finishing. So what is bodywork and finishing? Bodywork is the process of filling and sending a project that you have, and finishing is just the process that comes after. Well, it's just a result of the process of all the bodywork. Uh, why do you want to do bodywork and finishing? Because sometimes you have a sculpture that you casted and you're not too happy with it. You want to take it to the next level. You want to polish it. You want to clean it up. So that's the whole point behind bodyworking and finishing. So that's what we'll be talking about today. Uh, let's get started, guys. Okay, before we get this started, I want to talk about the materials that you guys are going to need to accomplish this job, this task. So for the filling process, you will need wall spackle to fill in the raw areas and porous areas. You will need a foam mat to spread the wall spackle on. You will need a spatula, and you will need unused credit card or other plastic card for spreading the wall spackle. For sanding, you will need a sanding block. You will need sandpaper. You will need it in 4 different types of grits. What is grit? Grit is how coarse the sandpaper is. The lower the number, the more the more harder it will be, and the higher the number, the more softer and smoother it will be. So you will need a 80, you will need a 200, you will need a 400, and you will need a 1000 grit. You will also need sanding sponges. For the sanding sponges, you will need coarse, medium, and fine. You might want to get 2 sets of it so that when one gets too dirty and unusable, then you can switch to another one and not have to go back to the store and buy some more. You would also need a cheek brush to brush off the sanding dust so that you do not get any sanding dust stuck on your sandpaper and actually cut into your piece. And then for gauging and finishing, you will need a spray primer sealer, non-etching kind. You will need dark color spray paint. You will need spray gloss. Sorry, that's a hard word to say in this fake accent. Spray gloss. There we go. And you will need a Sharpie marker. So those are the materials you'll need. Go out, buy them now, come back, and then continue this video later. Or just continue watching the video, and then you will figure out how to do it, and then you'll become more comfortable, and then you can go out and buy the products afterwards. Okay guys, you want to get good harsh lighting on whatever piece you are working on for sanding and finishing. You will want to get either LED or fluorescent lamp. You will also want to get a magnifying glass so that you can zoom in and you can pinpoint the things that you cannot see from far away or with just regular eyes. Running your fingers and fingernail in some cases is going to be very essential in helping you feel if the area is still rough and needs more sanding. And it will help you guide you along the way to make a nice level and smooth piece. After you have finished doing a general sanding before filling, you'll want to take a Sharpie and you will want to start circling areas that are either porous and will need to be filled in, or areas where the surface is uneven and needs to be evened out. You also want to mark any areas that stand out and any areas you feel might need to be rebuilt or redone. This process is a constant process. After this general start, then you will do the filling. We'll do more sanding, and you will come back and take the Sharpie again and circle more areas that you feel needed attention. The reason for this is because when you circle it, it stands out better, and then you don't have to go searching for the areas as you are doing the body work. It just makes your life easier, and you will not miss a spot. You know what I mean? So let's go and continue with this tutorial. After you finish sanding and then you finish filling and sanding again, you will want to heat any areas that you fill with like a dark spray paint. And the reason for this is because it will help contrast the area that you just worked on to see if you need to do more work or if you are good to go and continue on to the next portion of your whole casted piece. I typically like to go out buy the cheap 99 cents spray paint from the hardware store just for this, because I didn't want to spend do not use up the really expensive good paint just for like just for this process. Okay, guys, let's talk about sanding and filling. So the process of sanding and filling is you cannot have one without the other. You need to sand areas down, and then you will see that there will be areas that are either very porous, which means they have holes in it, or areas are very uneven compared to the rest of the piece. So in these cases, you will want to take some filler and you will want to fill the holes up, and then you will want to take the areas that are uneven and you will want to fill it with filler also. You will want to put not too thick but not too thin, maybe medium amount of filler across the area that you want to even out. Put the filler on, let it cure. I let it get the pink spackle, because the pink spackle, when it cures, it turns white, and then you can easily see when it's ready. So after all that, after it cures and it's ready to be sanded, then you can come in, and I like to start with, let's see, if I'm working on a very flat surface, very flat area, I like to use a sanding block, because the sanding block will let me cover a large area, relatively flat, and do a relatively even job with the sanding. And then for areas that have a lot of contours, like this piece right here I'm working on, for the areas with the contours and the round corners, I like to use a sanding sponge, because the sanding sponge will let me get into all the little nooks and crannies and just get in there and sand it out evenly without taking off too much material or making the edges, the rounded edges, flat. So it's a continual process. You have to sand, you have to brush off the dust, and you have to fill it again, and you need to repeat. And then you will want to heat it with like a dark spray paint, so that you can see where you are at with the sanding and the finishing. I personally like to start off with the medium grit sandpaper, because I don't like to go too coarse. I don't like to go too light. The medium, like about 200 to 400, will help me decide whether or not I need to go more coarse or go more fine. But it's really good because you can take off too much, and you can make little mistake and still correct it with the medium coarseness of the sandpaper. Another thing that you must keep in mind is a concept called feathering. Now, what this is about where the filler and your actual piece, where there's no filler meet. Where these two pieces intersect, you must sand it down so it's very smooth, and there is no feeling of separation or distinction between the filler and your actual cast piece. You need to take it down so that it looks a little bit like it's blurred in, and when you feel it with your fingernail and your finger, you do not feel a distinction between the two areas of the filler and your piece. So this is very important. So after you have finished filling, and sanding, and then spraying, and then filling, sanding some more, and you feel that you are ready and good to go, then you will want to heat the whole piece with the nice sealer primer. You want to get a sealer primer that is non-etching, because an etching kind will cut into the filler. In this case, it is a wall spackle, which is not waterproof, and it will actually damage it, and it will leave leave uneven spots when you try to go in with a paint color. So, or even the gloss will not set in properly. The gloss will be absorbed by the filler. So this is why you want to use sealing primer, multiple coats, maybe 2 or 3 nice coats. Let it dry, and then you can heat it with your color, or just go straight to gloss, the gloss paint. So depending on the paint you want, you can either go gloss paint, you can do a matte, semi-gloss, or you can just do it matte, and no gloss at all. And then you can go on straight to the oil making process. Okay, so here I have a primary sealer. This is almost low order, almost no order style of sealer. I'll put up the name and the link of the description so we can maybe description for this video. I'm going over the whole piece. How do you say? Just shooting it, like this. This way you get no oversplash. You might get, how do you say, overspray. You get nice even coat all over the piece, and you don't have to worry about anything else. And you also save the spray. It's not cheap at all. So I will do about 2 or 3 coats of these. First coat, half an hour, come back. Another one coat, half an hour, come back. Maybe about an hour, secure. And then I will come in with either with a final spray, which is going to be in this case high gloss black. So here I am continuing with the high gloss black spray paint. Again, the same process as the sealer. I'm just heating the whole piece. I will probably do about 2 or 3 coats of this, just so that I get all areas, make sure everything is nice and glossy and shiny, and then I can move on to the molding making process. Here's a setup time lapse of me spraying the second mold with the paint with the glossing. Okay guys, I hope this has helped you. I had a fun time doing this project. I had a fun time shooting it. I have a fun time doing these voiceovers for it. So if you like it, please subscribe, please like the video, please leave some comments, and have a good day. Thank you. Peace. Peace out, guys. So if this video helped you and you learned something new, please hit the subscribe button for more future videos. Peace.